All right. Well, good morning, everyone from Aloha Land. Gregory and Robin here in Kauai, beautiful garden island of Kauai, one of our favorite spots. It was actually our honeymoon spot. We came here 19 years ago on our honeymoon and fell in love with this garden island. And a year later, Robin surprised me with a birthday present and bought a timeshare here. So we've been forced to come back on a regular basis. But sadly, due to the pandemic and such, this is the first time we've been back here in 4 years. The pandemic kind of got us out of sync, but we're ready to return to our annual ritual coming out here. In the background, that's actually a picture that I took a couple of days ago from our lanai, and lanai is Italian for balcony.
Italian.
Italian, excuse me, Hawaiian.
It's early, you guys.
It is early. I haven't had any coffee yet. But in the picture in the background, that's Honolulu Bay. And how many of us all remember the song Peter, Paul, and Mary puffed the magic dragon, lived by the sea, and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu? Well, that's Honolulu Bay. And if you look at the silhouette of that mountain behind us, that is Puff. You can see his head going down and his pointed snout coming up, or horn on his snout. That's Puff the Magic Dragon. And that's what we see when it's not cloudy and rainy out of our lanai here in Kauai. So this is a very special day, and Robin's been doing this process for over 3 decades, and she initiated me into it over 20 years ago, and so today we're going to go over what we call year-end questions and New Year's questions, because I think it's really valuable at this time of the year to take a look back on the things we're happy, proud, things we haven't finished, and then, turn around and look forward and go, and what do I want to do now? So I'm really going to turn this call over to Robin, because this is her creation. She's been doing this for decades with hundreds and thousands of people. So there she is. Here she is.
Aloha, everyone. Ooh, it's a little wild here. Oh, good morning. Good morning. You could tell we're just up. So, yes, what Gregory said is true. It's been almost 40 years. In 2 more years, it'll be 40 years of doing these questions. And they came to me back in the mid 80s, and I shortened what came to me and revised it a little bit. But, this is the time of year where many of us get a little introspective, and we invite you to do that, to take some quiet time by yourself and really review. Typically at this time of year, we've had JJ come on and do a conscious completion of the year. And many of you have been through that several times. So we're not going to do that this year. She did her special program on connection, but to really reflect back. And here's just a few questions. And every year, everybody hears me say, I want to change the questions because I know they could be even better, but then I can't be consistent because I have a notebook. I have a 3-ring binder. Gregory calls me his binder babe. And in my binder, I have the questions from the last years, and some, I think it was the Yale study of people that wrote down their goals and then they look back, even if they never looked at them again. It's amazing what happens. So it's really magical to take the time and write these things down and then reflect back on last year's. For those of you that have been with, take the time to really set intention for this next year coming of, some of the things. So we're going to ask a few questions this morning, and whoever wants to respond, you can just unmute or raise your hand. That might be easier because we've got a whole bunch of people on of which ones you want to answer. But really, the important part is to really reflect for yourself. What's Gregory doing here? Oh,
I'm gonna mute a few people that are
okay. All right.
accidentally muted, unmuted.
Yeah. So, Michelle said this is magical. It is magical and it's powerful, and we're in the land of magic right now. And it is a very auspicious time. Be Excuse me. It's early for us. Being um winter solstice, which is a really powerful time on the planet where people all over the world are honoring the new light coming in. And it is, the darkest day as the new light shows up. And there's so many ways to reflect on that one. But what I want to start out with is question number one, because that's one of my all-time favorites, because it's really good to reflect back and live in the question of what was your biggest triumph in 2023? What's something that you actually feel triumphant about? And let's see, okay. Let's see, we can't see the hands. Let's look at that. So we'd love you to raise your hands because we want to hear from several of you. We're going to ask several, we're not going to go through all the questions, okay? We're just going to ask a few of them this morning, but this is a great one to start out with. And the first hand that went up was Julianne. So you get to get the ball rolling, my dear.
Growth and personal development for me has been the biggest triumph for me in 2023.
All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And out of that, has it reflected in your business?
It has, because I have noticed a growth. Now, when I first started at the end of 2022, when I had my W-2 or my 1099 or whatever it was just over $1,000. And when I looked the other day, it's over $5,000. So it was a
Well,
huge growth.
I call that triumph.
That is a triumph. Yes.
Congratulations, my dear. That's great. Thank you, thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you. Okay, Anne, you're next.
Well, my biggest triumph was joining Lifeway family. And I have added 2 brand partners in just a matter of months. So I think that's my biggest triumph in 2023.
Fabulous. Well, I would say that back in 2018, that's what I got to say for that answer. So welcome. We're so glad you joined us. And I am monitoring the chat and
Tell them where they can find the questions so they can download them.
yes. Okay, the questions came in 2 places, and one of them is you got an email from us yesterday that had the director's call in it. The recording from, oh, no, not the director's call. It came from, where
It
is
came
it?
from Constant Contact, and it was our Happy Holidays message
Yes.
from you
Thank
with
you.
the questions a link to
But I
download
don't-
questions
Yeah, everybody should have you
And-
should have gotten that yesterday, 2 days ago, right?
yesterday.
Yesterday morning.
Yeah.
I sent it really early yesterday. Well, it wasn't early for you guys, but it came in a email to everyone with a holiday message, and it looked really pretty.
Also
And
Facebook.
And I also put it in the Facebook group.
Live
So
Younger
it's in a
Facebook.
few places in the Live Younger Facebook group. And you can download these. And I forgot to share that it's also wonderful to do it for yourself, but then share it with a loved one. And the first time I did this, it was 85 questions for 1985. That's how far back it goes. That was a lot of questions. So I spent a day with a friend, and we really got to know each other well, going through the quest every year as a Christmas present from the children is they spend time together one-on-one going through the questions. And it's really a deep, rich, and wonderful time. It's also something I roll them up, I put a ribbon on them, I take them to holiday parties, I give them as gifts. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. Okay, so anyone else want to answer biggest triumph? You want to answer? Okay. So let's move on to what was your biggest lesson in 2023? Who wants to raise your hand on that
What
one?
number is that? What number
I
is
don't know.
that?
Oh, 4. Okay, we have tech support here. So, Megan, I think you're next.
Does it have to be business related? My answer?
Does it have to be what?
Business related?
No, not at
No,
all.
anything.
Yeah.
I would say forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
My biggest lesson.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And a lot of people know that Gregory went through a health crisis several years ago. And my first phone call was to JJ, as it usually is when there's something big going on in our lives, because she helps me get a bigger perspective. And she said the key to all healing is forgiveness.
Mm.
So it's an invitation, whatever your belief system, but it's really quite wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. David, you're next.
Aloha, Dave from California. I think my biggest lesson was don't be a butthole to other people, because you never know who's a bigger one, and never know what's going through other people's heads, right? Because I don't know, for them to think about what's going on with me, I don't know what's going on with them. So it's better just to let them be them and I be a better person.
Beautiful. So do I have permission to tweak languaging a little bit, David?
Yes.
Okay. Instead of what you don't want to be, what do you want to be? And you did say it at the end there. So what
Yeah.
do you want to be?
A lot more peaceful.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. And I see John's hand up.
Yeah, thank you, Robin. I just wanted to say that my biggest lesson was really personal development, and that I am 100% responsible for all the outcomes, everything that goes on around me and within me, and that the greatest healing comes from within, whether that be mental or physical, whatever it is. I think God has given us the ability to really understand ourselves to the point where we've got it all. It's all within us, no matter what you say, and that we're responsible for it, and that it just needs to keep having that awareness and the development of what's inside of you, so you can, everything is possible. Everything is possible, and I just have to keep working that.
Beautiful. I hope everybody heard that, because the only way we can create our life is to realize that we're responsible and we are creating it. And it gets created with the thoughts we live in and the actions that we do. That's really beautiful. Anyone else before we move to another question on greatest lesson? Okay, let's do another one. And we love hearing from the variety. This is great, you guys. Okay, so we're not doing a major completion process, and what are you most happy about completing? And I live in these questions all year long because I've been doing them so long. So when something big happens, I already know what it's going to be. So, Donna. So a lot of you don't know Donna Blevins, but a lot of you do know Donna Blevins, and we are thrilled to have Donna back with us. She took a little a respite from hanging out with the community here, but she is back, and she is a mind shift coach. And so how perfect to have your contribution this morning, my dear.
Well, thank you. So
You
what?
there, Donna?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So what am I the most happy about completing in 2023? And
Correct.
I believe it has to do with the healing from my mother's life graduation last year. it had taken me a lot longer than I ever expected. And in that healing, she always told me to get off my butt and get back to the poker table. My mother told me to do that. She said, "You're not my mother." So I'm happy about completing the healing, getting back into the game, using the concept of poker in my speaking, and re-engaging with LifeWave, the community that has been life-changing and life-healing for me.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. And then we know your mother, Mother Peggy, right?
Mama
She-
Peggy.
Mama Peggy was with all of us, gardening until the end.
That's right.
And
Mama Peggy said to stay above the grass, you have to get your butt up.
wisdom from the elders. That's so beautiful. And Donna is a professional. She's the big girl at poker. She's been playing professional poker and coaching poker players. So there's a lot more questions, but I'm gonna, ask you to take a look at this. We're gonna go into the creating, but I also want to make sure what are you most happy about completing? To make sure you look at that one. So we're going to step into creation now because we could go on and on and on. And I love hearing from you guys. So since we started out with triumph in 2023, what would you like your biggest triumph to be in 2024? Who wants to start the ball rolling on that one? Raise your hand and we'll take a few answers on that one. What would you like to be your biggest triumph in this new year? It could be a rank advancement, it could be income, it could be lives changed, it could be personal habits. What would you like your biggest triumph to be? Okay, Orlando.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Good morning.
Fantastic, Robin and Gregory and everyone. Good morning. As I'm looking into 2024, my hunger and thirst, and that's why I love the Lifeway business, is to begin to spend more time traveling overseas. I'm in that retirement band of 60. I'll be 61 in January, and I'm just continuing to design my life where I will work and play by having experiences in other countries as well as coming back here. So that's something that's very big to me that I'm casting right now. That's my vision.
Beautiful. Thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you, thank you. And, I put a post in our Facebook group about, we had a meeting here the other night. You get to pick where you want to do business. We have 80 countries that you get to choose from. And if you want to go to those countries, you do business there, it's a write-off. And we've had several business meetings while we're here. So how wonderful we get to write it off. Thank you, Orlando. Okay, Marjorie, you're next.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry, it's early here. I'm calling from New Zealand. Yes, I heard about the program, so I've joined to find out more. And yes, I'm really looking forward to learning more about health and to achieving more of the goal of traveling and doing more in life with regards to health. And I'm excited about learning more about the life wave as well and be able to implement that within my life, really. Yes, and help others.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Yeah.
so beautiful. And thank you for joining us. What time is it over there?
20 past 5 in the morning.
Oh my goodness, you're up earlier than we are.
Hour earlier than us.
Whoa.
Okay. Yes, thank you. But it's
Well, thank you
lovely to
for
see
getting
you
up,
all.
my dear. That's beautiful. And yes, if you embrace, and we've got a wonderful system, get to know Live Younger Success really well, okay?
Yes, thank you. Thank you
Nice
very
to
much.
nice to be with you,
Thank you. Yes, lovely to be with you all as well.
Marjorie. Okay, we're gonna just
Thank,
all. So
thank you.
what advice would you like to give yourself in this new year? Who wants to raise your hand on this one? What advice? What? I already did it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're wait. Julianne wants to answer again. You go, girl.
Don't live in the yesterday, live in the now.
Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank
Beautiful.
you. And Rich. Rich, you want to share your advice? I see you off mute. Oh, we got a lot of people that want to share their advice. I love it. Well, Rich, we're going to come back to you so we can hear, we want to hear you. So, Rita, you want to take your mute off?
I unmuted, yes.
Yes.
So when I was hiking the Appalachian Trail 20 miles ago, I made a contract with myself that I couldn't quit when I was having a bad day. If I decided I wanted to quit, I had to wait until I was having a good day. So of course, on a good day, you don't want to quit. So I brought that same attitude toward my LifeWave business, and there have been some bad days, but I would encourage everyone to only quit when you're having a bad day.
And that is,
I mean, a good day. I'm sorry.
that is brilliant wisdom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's great advice. Corolla,
Good morning.
good morning.
My biggest, like for me, it's personally, don't take it personally when people react in a certain way. Like you cannot control their reactions, yet you can control how you react to that, right? So that's my biggest.
Great wisdom there too. Yes. Yeah, we're victims if we are reactive to the outside versus being in that present state and choosing our response. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Linda.
Pick your path and stick with it.
All right. Yeah, that's great wisdom too. It's so easy to find the shiny object, you know, go to all kinds of other things. Thank you, Linda. Okay, who's next? Let's see here. Let's see. Rich, you want to try to speak again? You want to unmute and
Hello, is that better?
yes.
Okay, sorry about that. I had some audio problems. Yeah, I think my advice to myself is to stop worrying so much, because all the worrying that I've done over the years, it didn't change any of the outcomes.
I love
Nothing
it.
changed. So I'm gonna tone down the anxiety and tone down the worrying, and let things kind of develop the way they're supposed to. It doesn't mean I work less, or it doesn't mean I don't plan. It just means that I stop worrying so much about, oh, this isn't gonna work out the way I want it to. Kind of let go.
Okay, so
Thank you.
again, do I have permission to ask you to tweak your languaging a little bit, and instead of what you don't want, what?
Yeah, good advice. Thank you.
Of what we do want. Okay, Ravel,
Thank you.
you're next.
Thanks for getting up so early, Robin and Gregory. This I have Genevieve Joshua to thank. In 2024, I advise myself to see people as they are rather than as I want them to be, and to, when people demonstrate who they are, to believe them.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love learning from you guys. I hope you guys are taking notes, because these responses are giving inspiration for other answers. Okay, so let's see who's next.
And we're almost at the bottom of the hour.
Okay,
Keep
honey.
looking. Okay.
Okay, let's see who's next. Let's see. Marjorie, you did go, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Melissa, you're next. And then
Hello.
Martha.
This is Melissa. I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. I guess what I want is I struggle with I do a lot of cat rescue, and I want less calls, but on the other hand, the calls that I get for kitties with help, they actually help promote the business. But then I look around at my house sometimes and I go, I'm never going to get to go on a trip if I keep doing this. But it also helps promote the products, you know, the X39. I have a kitty right now who actually is helping. It's helping her with a neurological issue. So, you know, I want fewer calls, I want more free time, but at the same time, it's there, that's what's actually helping me grow and to get the, you know, word across about the product. So I struggle with, do I want more time for me or do I want to help my business grow? But it's a goal. It's a goal, you know. I just tell myself maybe not this next year, maybe later towards, you know, later in 2024, I will have more free time and more money to do what I want after, you know, helping the animals and helping people with their animals more.
Beautiful. So
So
you can actually have both.
that's I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Good.
Personal boundaries are a struggle sometimes.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to do one
Thank
more
you.
question, but I do want to make sure you see the question in there that says major actions to improve financial results. But what is the one word theme? It's at the bottom. The one word theme you would like to have as your theme in this new year. Who wants to start with that one? This is so powerful. This is about setting intention. You know, you want more business, you want more ease, you want more health. What do you want? Orlando, you're starting this one. And then Mara Ava. Okay?
It's not exactly one word, but one thing that I subscribe to is feel the fear and do it anyway.
All right.
Yay.
Yes. Yeah, one of my managers early on, she said, every day I wake up in fear and I have a choice. I can either contract or I can expand because I'm doing something I've never done before. So fear is a good thing. It's how we respond to it that makes a difference. And Mara, I'm not sure if your hand is still up from before or you want to share again. Okay, John, why don't you
Sorry,
go?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. Waking up every day and trying to be the best version of myself and be mindful and have serenity, solace, peace, and feeling grounded.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so powerful to set intention with just a theme, and it doesn't have to be one word, but what is your theme? That's beautiful. Thank you, thank you. And we'll
Thank
finish
you.
up with John.
2 words, financial freedom.
Okay, you got it.
Financial
What?
freedom. Financial freedom. That's what I want.
Financial freedom. Financial freedom. And, you know, that means different things for different people. So whatever that means for you. And, you know, from my perspective, we have this beautiful opportunity with this business model to have residual income that gives us freedom that no matter what we're doing, the money keeps coming in. And aren't we blessed to have this opportunity? So there's a lot more questions. And if there's any other burning shares before we complete our call, and we can open this up just for the last minute or two of anyone that wants to share what your experience has been like of using these questions in the past years. Who would like to share? Raise your hand. Who's used these questions before? I think Michelle started in the beginning and said, this is magical. Who else has used the questions in the past that wants to share, or even if you haven't, what you're excited about with these? Gregory's taking over.
Well, I'm
Yes.
getting involved.
Okay. Anne Marie and then Megan. Want to unmute Anne Marie?
Oh, sorry. Now can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, great. It's great to see you and Gregory. You're having so much fun, relaxed, and enjoying everything. Thanks for joining and running Zooms on your vacation. So the questions really are wonderful. It's definitely a great investment of time, and it really helps us stay focused, set our priorities, do our time management, all the things we need to do every day. And they're just a great focal point. I love them.
Greg, I'm going to go to
Thank
the.
you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Megan?
I need to get my old.
I can't wait to share these questions with my team and help them grow. That's something I'm really looking forward to.
Oh, wonderful, Megan. That's a great idea because a lot of you have smaller team meetings. And this is a really wonderful way to get to know people even better and to be of support and hold intention and vision with them. Beautiful. Any other final comments? Gregory, you're on next.
Well, I just want to say these questions have been a cornerstone in our completion of this year and the creation of next year. You know, it's conscious intention, as we were talking about, you know, in our book review. This creates a foundation for conscious completion and conscious creation. And we're authors of our own destiny, and we get to choose. And you know, we're so blessed to have this vehicle of LifeWave and this profession of network marketing that allows us to do that. So I just look forward to completing my questions. And like Robin, I'm a folder guy. She's a binder babe. I keep mine in a folder, but I got a folder with all of my annual questions. And it's amazing to pull them out from last year and look back, go, wow, I did create this year. You know, my creation was very much aligned with my intentions starting in the beginning of the year. So I really encourage you all. Some of the most valuable time you can spend at the end of this year is quiet time with self and doing these questions. And that's what Robin and I do. And then we get together, we go out for dinner or something, and we say, well, what did you say for this one? What did you say? So we don't do them together, we share them after we're done. I think it's a personal, private thing to do. And really give yourself some time and space, a nice cup of tea and a little candle or whatever ritual you choose. Maybe it's a glass of red wine, whatever you choose to do. But I think you'll really enjoy this process and highly encourage everyone to partake of it.
And it's like Gregory just said, we get to write and design our life. And that is my true love and passion of this business model. And, you know, our son and daughter-in-law are with us. And I've shared with them, they're young, you know, she's in her late 20s, he's in his early 30s. And I said, you know, the life that we have was created by design. And we all have that opportunity to design our life. And when I was younger and I changed jobs a lot, I didn't know what I was doing. It was an unconscious competence, but I kept asking myself, what do I want more of? What do I want less of? What didn't I like, you know, and what did I like and want to have, you know, continue? And I just kept refining and refining and refining my life until the point that at this stage, we have truly a dream lifestyle, but it didn't happen on its own. It happened by design. So my invitation to everyone is to really design the life that you want based on what's most important to you. When you have the financial freedom, what are you going to be doing? Because it's never about money. It's about the freedom that money gives you to do what you want based on what's most important in your life with your values. So we leave you with this and look forward to hearing more stories from people. These have been shared all over the world. I get people responding to me. I got these questions from one of your friends, and you know, it's really fun for me to hear. And there's some miracle stories that happen every year. So I want to thank you guys for indulging this morning in this ritual that has been going on for almost 40 years and that I love sharing every year, and feel free to share with people.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Why don't you unmute and sing with us?
Merry Christmas to
Thank you, Robin and
everybody.
Gregory.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays. Safe
Merry
travels, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
God
Merry
bless.
Christmas.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year.
Happy
Okay,
holiday.
everybody.
Bye.
Have
All
fun.
right.
Stick love.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.